obviously we're disappointed with the outcome. You know, we knew coming in it was going to be a tough task coming in here and having to square off against the #1 seed, but they're #1 for a reason. They're really good. They've got a lot of good players out there that do a lot of really good things, and I think, you know, it's I think a little disappointing because I think we all felt that we could have played a little bit better. I don't think that was our best. But they had a lot to do with that. They did a lot of really good things. They served very aggressively, kept us out of system a lot, and just made it tough to mount any consistent kind of offensive attack. So we were playing defense a lot more than we were on offense, and that's always a tough thing when you're playing somebody that has the kind of offensive weapons that they do. But I was really proud of the way that we battled, even though sometimes I don't think we executed as well as we could have or should have. But I was proud of the season that these guys have had. You know, prior to the match, I just all of a sudden I looked at the date, December 8th, and, you know, 5 months ago, on August 8th, we started. And it's a long, grueling season, and it's really tough for these guys trying to do this and go to school and juggle a million different things. And it's a tough thing to do, but I'm really proud that they were able to get into very elite company. You know, there's only 16 teams left playing this weekend, and we're one of them, and they've earned it. And just very proud of what they were able to do over the course of a long season.
Kira, how tough was Penn State's serve as far as letting you guys stay in system or getting in system?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think that was probably one of the toughest serving teams we've seen all year. They knew where to put the ball, and they put it there every single time. And I think as passers, it was really difficult because they were moving us all around. Some were dropping short, then they'd hit us deep, and they clearly had a game plan to serve really tough, and we struggled passing. And that's honestly what did it for us tonight.
How frustrating was that for you guys that you couldn't get a sustained offensive run other than a small stretch in the third?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely frustrating, and I think I just kept looking to the girls, and I was like, okay, we just won, focus on one. And, you know, the problem is it wasn't the 1 and the 2 and the 3-point runs that they would get, it was the 5-point, 6-point runs that were really killing us. And we kept saying, like, okay, we got to stop these runs, but we would make runs, but they just would be too far in front of us to come back.
Melanie, defensively, Penn State really didn't have the one big person taking a lot of swings. It seemed like all on the net they were getting success. How tough was that for you guys defensively to try to track them?
I mean, you're just going up against big people that are hitting hard, and especially high hands. So, I mean, you can put a block up there, and they're going to see that and know to hit high hands, and that's how, I mean, yeah, they're a #1 team. They're going to distribute the ball well, and I think we definitely saw that tonight, but they definitely know how to use the block to their advantage, and I think that's what they did.
It's maybe an unfair question, but can you compare Penn State to Florida?
You know, I think it's, you know, if they end up squaring off, I think it's going to be a really good match. You know, I mean, Florida, I think is very physical. You know, you've got, you know, 6'8" in the middle, and you know, Al-Hassan in the middle. You know, I think they've got the physicality that would make it interesting. I think they'd have to play as well too. You know, they're going to have to play well. I think anybody is to, I think, beat Penn State. I mean, you're going to have to really play well. They've got 2 really, really good physical outside hitters that bail them out a lot. You know, when they get in trouble, you've got 2, you know, athletic middles. You've got, I was impressed with their bigs. I mean, I call them bigs, but they're bigs and their ball handling. You know, they were making a lot of great defense. I thought that was one of the differences in the match. I mean, we were hustling and really working hard. We were keeping balls off the floor. We weren't getting the same quality of swings in transition, you know, and I think that's the difference. If you don't continually attack them, you know, you can't, they just tee it up, and then you're trying to defend everybody. So I was impressed with their ball control for their size.
Anything else? All right, thank you.